time we living in, and sometimes, a lot of times, we got people who are just put a title on something, or they just make a whole half hour, 10 minutes, 20 minutes, hour worth of content, and it all be cap. So I'm not going, I'm not about to jump off speaking about this like it's actual fact. I don't know. But before we get into that, what up, y'all? Welcome to the nation, Monster Nation, that is. I'm your host. I'm your tour guide. I'm the president. I'm the king round here. I'm the landlord, owner, tenant, janitor. I'm off the damn floor. With you. Only if you don't follow the rules around here, though. The rules are you gotta like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell for all notifications. Um, Hit the bell for notifications. I said that. Yeah, if you're trying to be a taxpaying citizen in the nation, leave us a super thanks, a super chat, or a cash app. We actually prefer the cash app, but y'all do young. Just don't listen. Cash app tag gonna be in the description along with the Bandcamp link, which is there for those of you who would rather hear me rap than hear me yap. Understand? All the mixtapes is there from Nonviolent Rocco, which is the most recent one, all the way back to Shell Shock. And I don't know. I keep forgetting how many, but I know that's over 10. That's over 10 mixtapes or something. So go there and get your binge on before you come in here and talk about you need to get back to the music. Before you say that, make sure you heard all the stuff. Um, when you're writing on the walls, doing graffiti out here in the nation, Monster Nation that is, spell stuff correctly. You can spell stuff phonetically and all of that. That's spelling that how it sounds, like spelling what WUT like that and all of that. But when it comes down to spelling our presidents, our nobles, our mayors, our leaders, and our monuments, spell those right. It's rock, ROCK. Don't be leaving off my K. A K is 1,000. I want all my thousands. It's helter skelter, not helter skelter. It's the A and the H at the end of both of those words. No E's and R's. It's monster, not monster. It's an A at the end of that word. No ER. And probably the most annoying of them all is BCC, not BBC. Pause. Pause protesters, get your ass out of here. We are pause practitioners over here. I understand you don't like it. I understand you might not play the game good. But don't be trying to call us all kind of weirdos because we are enjoying a word exercise amongst ourselves. It's fun. What is your problem with fun? What you got on your mind? For your information, I pause heterosexual things too. Anything that was unintentionally schmexual, I will pause. Whether it's, you understand what I'm saying? Like if I'm talking about my sister, I'm like, now my sister gonna ride for me, not you niggas. Pause. You understand what I'm saying? Hold on a second. Anyway, yeah, I ain't getting that. That's not a new pair of glasses. I'm just keeping it 100. The arm still broke on the other ones. I ain't get around to going to get no new readers. So I can't see what y'all saying. So if y'all want me to see, make it a different color. That's code name for sending super thanks, super chat. Anyway, so what I was trying to talk about, what I was talking about earlier, is this whole Jake Paul situation, where I'm hearing that Anthony Joshua is actually in trouble. Like I'm seeing videos where they talking about he should go to jail and all kind of this, that, and the third. And I know some of that be cap, right? But bruh, what are we talking about? Why is everybody so upset that a boxer got in the ring and boxed? Hold on a second. It's like, first of all, the fight was terrible. I didn't see the whole fight. I saw a bunch of terrible highlights where it looked like Jake Paul was trying to where Jake Paul would get hit and then Jake Paul turned into Jake Paul's. And he would just dropped to his knees and hugged the man around his waist and all that. I'm like, Jake, hold on, where's the pause button? Hold on. Enough of this. Cause nah, B, that's terrible. Like the man, it was like he didn't even want to fight. Like, yo, what are you doing here, really? Like, you came here to do what? Ah, nah, my bad. So yeah, it's crazy. Like, he get punched, this nigga drop into his knees, no pause. I'm like, what are you trying to do? Go to the Frank stand? Why am I seeing that multiple times? Anyway, so the story is that um that Anthony Joshua didn't stick to the script. You know what I'm saying? Like, they just putting it out there. Like, like whatever. Like, you got paid to not fight me. You understand what I'm saying? And you decided to fight me anyway. And now the man is in trouble. And personally, I think it's hilarious. I mean, I think it's hilarious. It's also, I think it's a little bit borderline disrespectful. Like, they don't even care no more. Like, it's like, yo, I think a big part of the reason why people like sports is the illusion that it's real. Now you got all of this info, all of this leaked info coming out in regards to multiple sports. You know what I'm saying? Where stuff is getting fixed now. Like, I've long believed that Jake Paul, those fights. I didn't think, the Mike Tyson. I mean, and it could have just been my bias because I'm from Brownsville, so anytime Mike Tyson lose, I'm looking for an excuse. Like, I seen Holyfield cheating. You know what I'm saying? I saw the headbutts, if applicable. You know what I'm saying? I saw all that. But so when he lost to the Paul dude, I'm like, that was a check. Plus, it was somebody from around here. Like, before the Tyson Paul fight, Tyson came to the hood, man. I wasn't in the hood, but people in the hood saw him, and one of the dudes from my PJs. I said this in the vlog back when it happened and all the way, but back then, but my homie Blue Madoff was like, yo, I was chilling with Mike. Mike said, this is just a paycheck. Don't get your hopes up. Nobody wanted to believe it. Everybody thought he was capping or possibly capping and all that. And I'm like, all right, whatever. I just didn't put too much into it. So, you know, that's how I feel about Mike Tyson. But, you know, I mean, well, that information is there about Mike Tyson. But I did feel like, yeah, man, Mike Tyson ain't losing. I don't care how out of shape or how old Mike is. Mike could have knocked that nigga clean smooth out. But anyway, this fight here has some nigga like, hold on. I brought a few what do you call receipts? Yeah, this I done seen videos titled he's gonna get arrested or let me see. What's this other one right here? He should rot in jail. This literally says he should be jailed for life. Now, I didn't watch this whole video like the preview when YouTube would just play the preview before you before you click on it. It don't say none of that, but that's just what niggas is on, and I just appreciate the fact that if um if this is all true, then Anthony Joshua is an interesting individual because who signs a contract not to hurt a man and then hurts the man, if applicable. Hold on a second.
Punch Jake Paul so hard that he broke. This gentleman is coming out. This is the face of a man that said, it's not about the money. Quick attorney breakdown. So apparently, Jake Paul is claiming that when Anthony Joshua punched Jake Paul so hard that he broke his jaw, and Jake Paul didn't want to continue the fight, that he broke a no knockout clause of their agreement. Number one, reminder, you can do anything you want as long as you're willing to give up a bunch of money. And it's not about the money. But number two, if I'm his lawyer, number one, I want him to punch Jake Paul very, very hard. And number two, to get a bunch of money. So if there's a clause in there that says no knockouts, what I would be like is he didn't get knocked out. I don't see him losing consciousness. He just got hit so hard that he didn't want to continue. That's not a knockout. Now, I know there's industry definitions, and maybe there's specific definitions in their agreement that said, if you punch me so hard that I don't want to continue the fight, that's not allowed. But at the end of the day, I don't see you going to sleep. I just see you recognizing that you're fighting an actual boxer. Going, wait, time out. No, let's not do this anymore. That's not a knockout, that's a wake-up call. And that's my closing argument, ladies and gentlemen of the jury. Mic drop. That's a mic drop.
I can't find no untruths in that statement right there. You know what I'm saying? Because he didn't actually knock him out. He knocked him down, right? And when he was sitting there on the canvas, he had a very alert. He was very alert. He had this expression of realization. You understand? He was like, wow, like he almost said that. He was wow, and like almost like a wake up. Like he looked like somebody threw water on him. You know what I'm saying? If you sleep, somebody throw water. Whew, whew. He was very awake. He didn't get knocked out. So yeah, and there's another wake up. The other wake up call is just that everybody ain't playing with you. You understand what I'm saying? And you can't pay just everybody to make a mockery of something that people take serious. It just is what it is. Every game is its own game. Like I never got into boxing. One could look at boxing and say, one could look at any sport and say, there's nothing like it's not a necessary thing. You understand what I'm saying? It's entertainment. If anything, people get hurt. I don't know how it, other than the money, I don't know how it really helps anybody. You know what I'm saying? Yes, it makes the fighter, uh, you know, it puts him in a better position to defend himself against danger. But it's also putting him at in harm's way every day. One punch, you could be punch drunk. You understand what I'm saying? So, one can argue that boxing shouldn't be taken serious, and it should be set up in a control arena, a control platform, the way the Paul brothers do it and all of that. But unfortunately, that's not how everybody feel. You know what I mean? And you got people who take this thing very seriously, and you're not going to just continue to make a mockery out of it. Like there's plenty of people out there who would be considered culture vultures that will come into the game, that will they enter the rap industry, and I don't want to say they target the underground rappers and all of that, but that may be a thing. But it's a lot of underground rappers are real dope, and they got massive amounts of talent, but they just underground. You know what I'm saying? And if they from let's say like the 90s, or era that's past, they not getting as much shine as as some other artists. And these people, these quote unquote culture vultures, I'm not just saying, I'm not solidifying that definition. Some of these people mean the culture well, but what I'm trying to say is a lot of people will come in the culture and pay somebody on my tier of rap, all the underground gully dudes that you may respect from the 90s, and underpay us. It's like these niggas don't, you know what I'm saying? These niggas don't, they be trying to pay niggas in weed and all kind of goofball. You understand what I'm saying? Nah. I mean, not to say I've never been paid in weed. It was a lot of it though, but we ain't gonna get into that. But they do that, and it's like they don't really respect the thing. And then they run into a certain artist and they give him this price, and this artist is like, nah, man, I don't. And they curse him out like, who you think I am? They look at that artist like he's on some bullshit, and he's just all he is a nigga who ain't willing to tarnish his wealth or the game or the culture or whatever. He's used to playing the game a certain way, and he's sticking to that. You know what I mean? So you have the Logan and Jake, the Paul brothers running around, you know, they come in how whatever it is. I don't know if they got a lot of money just because they white, or they got a lot of money because they internet sensations. I don't know where their money came from or whatever. You know, sponsors, whatever. But they're in a position to pay dudes who really give a damn about the sport to compromise their athletic, their competitive integrity for the money. And that's just it. Just is what it is. They've been doing it. You know what I'm saying? All of those fights where anybody you think could have beat one of them niggas, where they didn't. It's clearly that's what it was. Because now, if all of what I'm seeing is true, if all of what I'm seeing is true, is they, you know, everybody mad at Son because he broke the deal by breaking his jaw in two places, might I add. For all of those people complaining about that, it's like, all right, everybody ain't playing with you though. You understand what I'm saying? And yeah, if he don't, you know, like as the gentleman said in that video, like if you don't care about losing the money, that's, you know what I'm saying, then you can do whatever you want. But you know, they talking about locking the nigga up and all of that. Is that possible? If that's possible, then you might have gone too far. You know what I'm saying? But I'm definitely intrigued. This is a very interesting topic. I mean, I don't usually do great numbers with when I vlog about sports, but so what? I don't care. That's what I want to talk about. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell for all notifications. I said all that already. Yeah, if you made it to the end of this video, let me get 4 thumbs up. No, 4 boxing gloves. 4 boxing gloves. And let me know if you happy to see Jake Paul get knocked out or not. You know what I'm saying? Just put it in the comments. Let me know if you extra happy that. Nah, I'm gonna leave that alone. All right. Yeah. Rock on, yo.